Hello, friends. It's January 7th. So, I did one last night after midnight. That's the rap one. What I really want to do is Prince, because I did Purple Rain in the one before the last one. And Purple Rain is a 10, but it's not my favorite Prince album. And Prince has a lot of 10s. Prince has a lot of great albums. And I wanted to talk about the good Prince albums and then also the good Michael Jackson albums. Now, Prince has a lot of unreleased or obscure albums that are 10s. The Loring Park Sessions, 77, it's just like funk jams. I think Prince plays most of the instruments on it. Prince can play every instrument. He's much more musically talented than Michael Jackson, who didn't write his own songs usually, but had an amazing voice and was a good songwriter, but there's just usually like 10 writing credits. Whereas on a Prince album, it's like there's just no writing credits and he played every instrument. So it's kind of hard to argue that Prince isn't musically more talented than Michael. I don't think he has as good a voice as Michael. Michael, as a child, had a better voice than any R&B singer has right now, um, which is kind of disturbing. But it's a fact. The Jackson 5 created some of the greatest music ever made. So I have to do Jackson 5 in addition to Michael's solo. So maybe it's not a fair comparison. But Prince, it's not a fair comparison because Prince has so much great unreleased material. There are several bootlegs that are 10s that are like albums he made during his peak era, like a lot of it in the 80s, that are on the level of his best albums that he just never released because he's crazy. He's a weird control freak and he only releases certain stuff that he thinks the world is ready for or whatever. I don't think he's a great judge of his own material, honestly. I think he's kind of a narcissist and prevents him from sharing what he's up to. And he's kind of trying to do what he thinks is popular instead of just releasing everything and finding out what people like. So, Loring Park Sessions 77, Black Album, I think, is a 10. It's a great record. It's hard to find. It's not on iTunes. And there are 3 or 4 bootleg Prince albums that were never released that are 10s that you can find on the internet. You can search around. You might even be able to, on YouTube, find a few of them. But yeah, he has 10s that we're not allowed to talk about because they haven't been released. But we'll go through all the things that are the Prince albums everybody knows. And then we'll go through all the Michael Jackson ones. Prince for You, the first one, is not a 10. Shows some promise, but he comes into his own in the self-titled one with his wonderful coif of chest hair and his facial expression. It's just kind of a dead-eyed, like, I love this album. I love this album cover. I Want to Be Your Lover. One of the greatest songs ever. Whole album's good. Dirty Mind is really where Prince becomes Prince. This is where you're like, oh, he lyrically wants to say some fucking fucked up shit. And also he's doing stuff that's more interesting than just being a competent R&B singer, which is what you reasonably would assume from his first 2 records. All he is. Once he gets into Dirty Mind, and then especially when he gets into Controversy, you're like, oh, this is a musical genius that's doing crazy shit. Controversy, the entire album is great. I love the title track. I love every track on this. Jack You Off is my favorite track on this. This is an album where any track on it could be my favorite at one point, but I'm going with Jack You Off. It's fantastic. So yeah, 3 10s so far. Prince, Dirty Mind, Controversy. 1999, for sure a 10. 1999, Little Red Corvette. There's not really bad songs on this record. It's great. It's celebratory. It's like end of the world party. Like, just kind of looking forward. And it's a fantastic record. Perfect 10. Purple Rain is, of course, a 10. I already reviewed Purple Rain. My favorite songs are I Would Die for You and Purple Rain. And the beautiful ones, Let's Go Crazy. Around the World in a Day has Raspberry Beret on it. I don't think this is a 10. This album to me, I don't know. It is kind of like psychedelic and weird. Like America, like there's certain songs that make me think maybe this is a 10. This is a hard one for me. It's a very good album. It's a very interesting album. I think I need to listen to it more to tell you if it's a 10. Right now, it's not a 10 for me. Parade, I think, has to be a 10. It has Kiss on it, which is probably his most famous song, and it's a good record. And it's a soundtrack to Cherry Moon, which is insane. If you think Purple Rain is insane, check out Under the Cherry Moon. But yeah, he's doing like weird concept album Beatles shit on this record. It's good. And Kiss is an all-time classic. Should be on every jukebox. Sign of the Times, I think is his best record. Controversy is my favorite record. Sign of the Times is his best record. In terms of covers the most ground, everything from politics to just partying to... I love Housequake. Housequake rules. The Ballad of Dorothy Parker rules. The fact that Starfish and Coffee is probably my favorite song on this record. The Ballad of Dorothy Parker, I love Dorothy Parker. The fact that he's writing a song about Dorothy Parker, the fact that Prince reads Dorothy Parker, like from the Algonquin Club, hanging out with like fucking... Who was in the Algonquin Club? The Marx Brothers, F. Scott Fitzgerald, I believe. Yeah, just the fact that Prince is reading Dorothy Parker makes me so happy. Dorothy Parker, one of my favorite authors. And the entire record is great. It's long as fuck, and it never gets boring. Love Sexy, 10. Just funky. Just crazy funk. Alphabet Street. Doesn't get much better than Alphabet Street. Love Sexy. Yeah, dude. Batman soundtrack. Is Batman soundtrack a 10? It has Bad Dance. It does have Bad Dance. It's not a 10. Sorry, Batman soundtrack. Graffiti Bridge. No, sorry. Diamonds and Pearls is a 10. Diamonds and Pearls, the song is great. Cream. Get on top, Cream. You be the cop. Cream. Don't you stop. Should you be doo-wop? Yeah. One of my favorite videos is just him playing Cream acoustic in front of an audience. I prefer this video even to the While My Guitar Gently Weeps Cream video. If you want to hunt YouTube for premium Prince, any interview with him is great because he's fucking insane. And then him playing Cream acoustic just makes me so happy. When I'm bummed out, I'll watch Prince play Cream acoustic online. Love Symbol. This is where we're into I Hate My Record Contract Prince. It has Sexy Motherfucker. 7. It's alright. Not a 10. Is Come a 10? No. Come's not a 10. It's weird and dark. Like, I appreciate that it's, like, going for something, but not for me. Versace Experience, not a 10. This is, like, a weird record. This is, like, trying to make club music or something. I don't know. Maybe Prince took ecstasy for the first time or something. Gold Experience. Yeah, the Gold... I think the Gold album is the 10. Yeah. Shh. P Control. Billy Jack Bitch. Gold. Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Yeah, gold's a 10. Chaos and Disorder. Looking at the track, it's not looking like a 10. Sorry. I listened to all these, so I already kind of know what the 10s are, but I'm double checking by going through the tracks. Emancipation, nah, not a 10. Very long. Very kind of bloated. There's some good songs on El Prince records, but Truth, not a 10. Crystal Ball. This was a weird record the way he released this. I think he released it through his website, and you could only get it through like Prince.com, and he would like ship it to you individually. This is when Prince is full blown in his like writing slave on his face. I'm a symbol, so you can't control me. Which, sure, yeah, I be a mixture of the masculine and feminine symbol. It's good. It's a clever play on the purple thing. Red and blue. Rest of My Life, Vault. This is like an archival thing. This isn't a 10. I'm not doing Vault. Rave Unto the Joy Fantasy. I mean, it has Gwen Stefani on it and Sheryl Crow, Chuck D and Eve. It's very much not a 10. And then I guess there's a rave album, Into the Fantasy, instead of Unto the Fantasy. Equally not a 10. Equally contains Gwen Stefani and Sheryl Crow. Rainbow Children. This is a good record. I think this is an underrated Prince record. Don't think it's a 10. One Night Alone, not a 10. Expectation, not a 10. News, not a 10. Slaughterhouse, not a 10. Chocolate Invasion, not a 10. Musicology is a great album. You can listen to Musicology start to finish. I think Musicology is the final Prince 10, honestly. But there's so many 10s to come. There's so many 10s that Prince created and then hid in a vault. So we'll slowly get a trickle of more 10s from Prince. But the ones I'm giving him are... Yeah, I'm not giving him the 2 archival so far. I'm not giving him Hit and Run. I'm not giving him Plectrum, Electrum, Art Age 2010. I'm not giving him. I'm not giving him MPL Sound, Planet Earth 3121. I'm giving him Musicology. Gold, Diamonds and Pearls, Graffiti Bridge, Batman, Love Sexy, Sign of the Times, Parade, Purple Rain, 1999, Out of Fingers, Controversy, Dirty Mind, Prince. 13 10s. Prince, you made 13 10s. Once you get all your unreleased stuff out, you'll probably be closer to 20. But you're a crazy control freak, so who knows how many 10s Prince has, really. Michael Jackson. We need to do the Jackson 5 if we're doing Michael Jackson, because I actually think the Jackson 5 were better than Michael Jackson's solo stuff. But Michael Jackson's solo stuff is essential. But I don't know if he's going to have 13 10s even with the Jackson 5. This is what I was wondering, is who has more 10s, Michael or Prince? I'm giving Prince either 12 or 13 10s, with more to come probably. I think they've probably scraped most of the barrel with Michael. So anyway, Ben. Is Ben a 10? It rhymes. And Ben is a great song. A love song to a rat. No, not a 10. Forever Michael, not a 10. I'm not giving the child Michael 10, unless it's Jackson 5, which I'll give several 10s. Off the Wall, for sure, 10. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, one of the best songs ever. The entire album is great. You just throw it on background of a party, it'll be a good party. Thriller, yeah, of course it's a 10. Gotta get over before you get under. The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney is terrible, but I love it. It's so corny. Um, Beat It, Billie Jean. Human Nature. Human Nature is kind of the creepiest song ever, but Thriller, of course Thriller's done. Bad, 10. Smooth Criminal. Man in the Mirror. Bad. Yeah, dude. Bad is a 10. Dangerous. Is Dangerous a 10. Jam. I like Jam. Remember the Time is a bop. Will You Be There? Heal the World. Black or White? Yeah, Black or White, Jam, In the Closet, Remember the Time. This is a 10. Dangerous, 10. Blood on the Dance Floor. I remember this album. Not a 10. This was a sad album. This was when you realized that he was human. Invincible. Does this have They Don't Really Care About Us? No, it doesn't. It's a bad album. I like that song. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. But I don't know what record that's on. Maybe it's on Michael. This was just like bullshit that was after he died that they put together. It's not very good. Gotta Be There. This is an earlier one. This has Rockin' Robin on it. Ain't No Sunshine. You've Got a Friend. This is him doing like cool covers. But it's not a 10. So, okay, let's count them. Bad, Dangerous, Thriller, Off the Wall. 4 10s for Michael solo. Jackson 5, I suspect has more. Jackson 5. Okay. Jackson 5, Diana Ross Presents, Jackson 5. This has I Want You Back on it. Standing in the Shadow of Love. Has some good covers on it. It has I Want You Back on it. It's 10. Have you heard the song I Want You Back? Yeah, so we got 110. Third album, I'll Be There. I'll Be There is one of the greatest songs ever. Do I think this record's a 10? No. Just because it has I'll Be There? No. ABC 10. ABC is fucking great. Yeah, I'm giving ABC a 10. So Diana Ross Presents ABC with 2 10s for the Jackson 5 so far. Maybe Tomorrow is a 10. The song Maybe Tomorrow, Never Could Say Goodbye. This has a lot of the underrated Jackson 5 songs. It's a great record. Going back to Indiana. Original soundtrack. This is a comp of other stuff that's on these other records and a few covers. It's not a 10. Looking through the windows, there's not any song on this that's making me think 10. Skywriter. Corner of the Sky. Did they cover the Pippin song? Yeah. Not a 10. Get It Together. Yeah, take your own advice, guys. Get it together. This is not a 10. Dancing Machine. Not a 10. Moving Violation. Not a 10. I thought there were more 10s. There are. They're not on this. Where are the good Jackson 5 albums? They're not on iTunes. I think that they have some stupid thing where I have to look up a Wikipedia discography of the Jackson 5 to find Jackson 5 albums. So I'll do that because I know other albums that they never showed me. Like Jackson 5 Christmas, 10. Love this album. Victory, 10. Triumph, 10. Destiny, 10. Don't blame it on the sunlight. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the alcohol. Alcohol. Blame it on the boogie is my point. That's the first song on Destiny. The album is amazing. Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. All Night Dancing. This is just a dance party record. It's so good. Destiny might be the best Jackson 5. Triumph. Triumph has Can You Feel It? Your Ways. Time Waits for No One. Walk Right Now. Yeah, Triumph is a good record. I don't know if Triumph's a 10 upon reading the track list. The Jacksons. Just the self-titled Jacksons. Not a 10. Victory. Victory is a 10 for sure. Yeah, just a good album start to finish. Victory is great. Destiny is my favorite. Other Jackson 5 albums. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of these Jackson 5 songs were just singles, so they're not on the albums. So there's not as many. But I'm giving them Diana Ross Presents, ABC Christmas album, Victory, not Triumph, not Jackson's, and I'm giving them Destiny. So Destiny, Victory, Jackson 5, Christmas. Okay. So he has 5 Jackson 5 10s. He has 4 solo 10s. So he has 9 10s. Prince has 13 10s, and we're not even done getting the Prince 10s. So, Prince, you win. But Michael Jackson is great. And, yeah. Hops in the treetop all night long, popping and rocking and singing his song. All the little girls on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin.